At the beginning of the drama, we see that the preparations are going on for a live streaming competition, and here everyone is waiting for a very important judge, Mr. Gu, who is none other than the main lead of this drama. Gu has brought all his team employees here for a party, and he is thanking all of them because they left their previous company and came here to start a new business with him. On the other side, all the contestants arrive for the live streaming competition except for one girl. Meanwhile, Gu's assistant receives a call and immediately tells him that he has to go to become a judge for the live streaming competition. But Gu is not ready to go there, so the assistant starts convincing him, saying, "Boss, I agree that you resigned from all your company positions and came here. And finally, this is all your hard work, so you can't just leave it like this. And our contract hasn't ended yet. If you do this, they could become our enemies. And anyway, boss, that live streaming company is right next to our company, so you should go." Listening to his assistant, Gu immediately leaves from there. After this, we see the female lead of the drama, whose name is Liang. She receives a call asking why she still hasn't reached the live streaming competition. Liang says, "Don't worry, I'm about to reach there. I was just about to get into a taxi." Just then, Liang sees a car in front of her and thinks it's her taxi, but Gu is sitting inside it. Thinking he is her driver, Liang asks him if he is going to the live streaming competition. Gu gets shocked and wonders why she is asking that. Liang tells him that she had booked this car to go to the live streaming competition. Gu tells her that she is mistaken and that he is not her driver. At that moment, Liang gets a call from her driver, who tells her that he is stuck in traffic and won't be able to reach. Hearing this, Liang apologizes to Gu and is about to go back to catch another taxi, but then a man grabs her from behind and says that he booked this taxi and asks her where she is going. Liang is already getting very late, so she comes back to Gu and says that since he is also going to the live streaming competition, why doesn't he drop her there as well? Because there was a lot of traffic and people behind were shouting, so Gu lets Liang sit in his car. Liang keeps looking at Gu properly and thinks that he is very handsome. Then Liang starts chewing gum and even offers it to Gu, but he doesn't take it. Then Liang notices that Gu is driving through a different route, so she gets scared and asks him if he has taken the wrong way. Gu doesn't answer her at all. Out of fear, Liang quickly starts calling the police, but due to the car shaking, her phone falls down. Gu sees that she was calling the police, so he tells her that he is taking a shortcut because that other road had a lot of traffic, and if they went that way, they would get very late. He says that the route he knows will get them there in just 15 minutes. After that, both of them reach the place, and Liang becomes very happy that they really reached in 15 minutes. Liang immediately gets out of the car and while praising Gu, says that he is a very good driver. Then she is running in a hurry and almost bumps into a man and is about to fall, but Gu saves her from falling and gently asks her if she is okay. But all this is just Liang's imagination. When she comes back to her senses, she feels like her throat is being choked because Gu's finger got stuck in her necklace. Both of them quickly move away from each other. As soon as the lift stops, Gu immediately leaves, and Liang reaches her live streaming competition. Then, the competition starts, and all the judges have to choose the best streamer among all the girls and make her win by voting. But Gu doesn't like a single girl's live streaming, so he thinks about whom he should vote for. Just then, the staff comes and tells him that he has to vote quickly because the live streaming competition is about to end. At that moment, Liang does a face reveal for her fans. Gu doesn't recognize her at first, but as soon as he sees her necklace, he remembers that she is the same girl whom he drove to the competition and whose necklace his finger got stuck in. Now Gu starts checking Liang's profile, and just then, he receives a call saying that he has to go to an urgent meeting. So Gu immediately leaves the live streaming in the middle and goes to his meeting. The boss of the live streaming company tells his staff to go and check whom Mr. Gu wanted to vote for and then cast the vote on his behalf. When the staff checks, they find that he was viewing Liang's profile. Since the time was about to end, the staff votes for Liang. Because Gu was an important judge, his vote was also very important, and due to his vote, Liang wins the live streaming competition. She herself is very shocked and starts thanking all her fans. On the other side, Gu attends his meeting. His client wants to end the contract, but Gu convinces him, and the client agrees and says that now, Gu will have to give them good news because they want to leave their company and sign a contract with Gu's company, which means they have given him a big chance. After this, we see Liang and her colleagues. Some of them are bad-mouthing Liang, saying that she won the competition just because of luck. Then all the girls start talking after seeing Gu and say that this handsome guy seems to be the boss of the company opposite to theirs. All the girls start checking his profile and find out that Gu is the CEO of a technology company. Liang also listens to everything and starts checking Gu's profile. Then 2 or 3 girls go to Gu and try to ask for his number, but Gu doesn't give it to any of them and brushes them off. Liang enjoys watching all this. After that, when Gu goes to the washroom, he meets Liang there. She tells him that she didn't pay him for the taxi ride and asks him to give her his number so she can pay him. But Gu doesn't recognize her by her face, but as soon as he sees her necklace, he recognizes her. Without saying anything, he starts leaving with his assistant. Then the assistant says, "Boss, why do you behave like this? That girl just wanted to pay you, not flirt with you." After listening to this, Gu immediately goes back to Liang and gives her his number, then leaves with his assistant. Now Liang becomes very happy. After reaching home, Liang tells her aunt that 2 good things happened to when she won the competition. And second, a new company has shifted in front of their company, and its boss is very handsome. She feels that she has started liking him, and maybe he is also interested in her. She tells her aunt that she isn't saying this for no reason. Many girls were after him and wanted his number, but he ignored all of them and gave his number only to her. After this, we see that Gu intentionally likes one of Liang's photos. Liang becomes very happy and messages him, saying that if he won't take the ride money, then he should listen to her song instead. After listening to her song, Gu praises her voice, saying that it is very good. Liang becomes extremely happy and goes to sleep. The next morning, Liang asks her aunt what message she should send him. Should she just send good morning or add some emojis as well? Her aunt says that she won't be able to do anything, tells her to give the phone to her, and sends the message herself. Then she gets shocked and tells Liang that the message didn't reach him because he has already deleted her number. Liang gets confused, wondering why Gu did that. Her aunt says that how can he do this, and tells Liang to try contacting him and ask him. Liang says that she won't ask because if he finds out that she is just a normal college student, she doesn't think he will ever like her. Thinking this, Liang becomes very upset. Then in a flashback, we see that Gu did all this intentionally. The previous night, he had explained everything properly to his assistant, and even proved to him that the girl was actually trying to flirt with him, which is why she took his number. The assistant asks, "Boss, did you do all this just to prove me wrong?" Gu says yes, and deletes Liang's number right in front of him. Now, at present, Liang reaches her college. Here, her friend Chan is rejecting a girl's proposal with Liang's help. He says that girl that Liang is his future wife, and that their families want them to never be separated. The girl leaves crying. Then Liang tells Chan not to use her like this next time. Chan asks her if she got any job. Liang tells him that she has prepared a list, and now she just has to go for job interviews today. Actually, Liang's mom doesn't want her to become a live streamer, so Liang has hidden this from her. To show her mom, Liang wants to do a daytime job, and at night, she wants to use her other identity to do live streaming, so her mom never finds out that she is a live streamer. After this, we see Liang going to different companies for interviews, but she doesn't get selected anywhere. Her last option is Gu's company. She thinks that if she gets a job there, she will get to see Gu every day. In the next scene, Liang reaches outside Gu's company, but gets scared that Gu might recognize her and find out about her 2 identities, college student during the day and live streamer at night. Just then, an employee sees Liang and assumes that she has come to deliver milk tea. He immediately calls Gu. As soon as Liang sees Gu, she gets scared that he will recognize her, but Gu doesn't recognize her at all, and starts leaving with his milk tea. Then he says that he didn't order this flavor. Just then, the real milk tea delivery girl arrives. All the employees start asking Liang who she is. They ask if she came for their boss, if she likes him, or if she is a big fan. Liang says that it's not like that. Then they say maybe she is a spy from another company who came to steal information, and that they should call the police. Hearing this, Liang gets scared and tells everyone that she came for a job. She hands her resume to Gu, but after looking at it, Gu rejects her and gives the reason that girls are not allowed here. After getting rejected, Liang leaves sadly. Then she overhears a security guard on the phone saying that a child is locked inside a car in the parking lot and they can't find the parents. Hearing this, Liang immediately goes to the parking area where a big crowd has already gathered. Gu also arrives there and is about to break the car window to save the child, but Liang quickly stops him and says that the child will get scared. Gu says that the car has a robot system through which they can ask the window to open, but it opens only a little. Liang says that she will go inside and save the child. Then Liang goes inside the car and comforts the child, telling him not to be scared, that his mom and dad are playing hide and seek, and she has come to help him meet them. The child listens to her. Just then, the child's parents arrive and thank Liang. Everyone starts clapping for her. Seeing all this, Gu gets very impressed with Liang and brings her into his company to give her an interview chance. Before the interview starts, all of Gu's employees show Liang all the answers. But Liang doesn't cheat and gives her own answers. Listening to her, Gu remembers his mother. He tells Liang that she doesn't need to answer the remaining questions. Liang thinks she has been rejected again and apologizes for wasting everyone's time and starts leaving. Suddenly, Gu tells her to come tomorrow morning at 9 blaos on time because she is being hired as an intern. Saying this, Gu shakes hands with Liang, and she becomes very happy. After that, at night, we see Liang and her live streamer identity inside the company. She finds out that everyone is running because there is a fire in the company. When Liang sees Gu, she tries to hide and go into the elevator, but Gu stops her and says that you don't use the elevator at a time like this. Liang asks him if he didn't recognize her and whether he can even recognize his family. Hearing this, Gu gets angry and says that there is a fire, and she is talking nonsense. Liang gets angry and tells him to leave and that she will go by elevator, then Gu actually leaves. Liang then finds out that it was Gu who had voted for her. The next day, she happily reaches Gu's company and everyone welcomes her. Gu explains her work to her, and Liang starts working. Then an employee named Cici jokes with her and tells her that the boss likes spicy food a lot. After that, Liang takes all the employees out for dinner and orders mostly spicy food. She happily keeps offering spicy food to Gu again and again, because of which Gu leaves the dinner midway and goes away. The assistant tells Liang that the boss doesn't like spicy food at all. Hearing this, Liang becomes very upset. The assistant says that it's not her fault and that the boss won't scold her. Then the assistant tells Gu that he didn't eat properly and that Liang is also hungry. So why don't they go for dinner again? On which Gu agrees. In the next scene, Liang and Gu go together for dinner. Liang quickly messages her aunt asking which dish she should feed her boss to make him happy. Liang thinks that she must do her best to make a good impression on her boss. She takes Gu to different restaurants, but he doesn't like any dish. He then says that it would be better if they go back to the office and work, and he walks ahead. Just then, Liang gets a call from his assistant, who says sorry and tells her that he forgot to tell her what the boss likes. Then both of them quickly reach a juice store. And even before Gu arrives, Liang orders a strawberry milkshake, which is Gu's favorite, as the assistant had just told her. Just then, the staff member says that only one strawberry milkshake is left. So who among the two of you will buy it? Both Liang and Gu point at each other. Then Liang takes the strawberry milkshake and gives it to Gu, saying, "Boss, please accept this from my side. Since I couldn't take you out for dinner, this will do." Gu takes the milkshake and says thank you, and Liang becomes very happy. She starts walking with him and says, "Sorry for the spicy food earlier." Gu tells her that there is no need to say sorry, and anyway, the welcome party was from their side, so everyone should respect each other's choices. Gu explains to Liang that next time, if it's not your mistake, you don't need to say sorry, and asks whether any of his employees troubled her too much. Liang says no. Gu says that's good, but if they ever trouble you, tell me. Hearing this, Liang becomes very happy again. Then Gu picks up his straw and asks Liang, "Aren't you leaving from here?" After this, when Liang returns to the office, she makes a list of Gu's favorite things. She thinks that assistant told her that Gu really likes the pastries from the shop near the company. Before her live streaming, Liang goes to stand in line at the shop to buy pastries, quickly does her makeup, and changes into her second identity. Gu also goes there to buy pastries, but all of them are sold out. Suddenly, Liang appears in front of him and says, "What a big coincidence! You like these pastries so much, and I like them too. Why don't you take this pastry from my side?" Gu recognizes her by seeing her necklace, but deliberately ignores her and goes to buy a strawberry milkshake. Liang follows him there as well and says, "We are not strangers that you are ignoring me like this." Gu says, "Yes, we are not strangers, but we work in different fields." Liang tells Gu that she also really likes strawberry milkshakes. She orders one and forcefully drinks it, and Gu understands this by watching her. Then Liang says, "Look how many things we have in common. I don't even like spicy food, and I think you don't like it either, right? Truly, our choices are very similar." Liang keeps talking like this, and Gu just sits and listens. Next, we see Liang going out to take photos for company work. Then she gets a call from the assistant telling her to immediately come to the company for an urgent meeting. Liang reaches there, and everyone is discussing an important project in the meeting. Liang doesn't understand anything about it. Then Ceci starts calling Liang stupid, saying she doesn't understand anything. Then the assistant explains the project to Liang in simple words. After office hours, Liang is in the washroom fixing her makeup. As she is about to come out, she sees Gu there and remembers her friend's words that if you like a guy, you should express your feelings. As soon as she comes out, Liang goes in front of Gu, keeps looking at him, and doesn't let him leave. Gu asks her if she has any work with him. Liang tells him, "Tonight at 8 you must watch my live stream. And if you don't, it will be bad." Saying this, she writes her live stream number on a tissue and puts it into his pocket, then leaves. After this, when Gu comes to his office, he sees that his friend Yihan is already waiting for him. Yihan tells Gu that he promised to pick him up from the airport when he returned from abroad, but he didn't come. Gu says that he was busy with work. Then Yihan notices the tissue and asks Gu to quickly tell him which girl gave it to him. He asks whether Gu has started dating a live streamer from the company opposite theirs. Gu says that Yihan has just returned from abroad today, and he already knows so much about the opposite company. Yihan says, "So that means I guessed everything right. Now quickly show me this girl's photo." Gu shouts at him, saying he is very busy and tells him not to disturb him. Yi-han thinks that if Gu won't tell him, then it's fine. He will find out himself, then he searches the number and starts watching Liang's live stream. He thinks that Gu likes this girl, so he should help Gu set things up. After that, Yi-han creates an ID in Gu's name and starts messaging Liang. Liang, thinking it's really Gu, becomes very happy that he contacted her himself again. After this, Gu brings Yi-han to his house. Yi-han tells Gu that since he is not dating any girl now, he will stay at Gu's house from now on, and Gu can't refuse. He says that he will help Gu and teach him about dating, because Gu is 30 years old and still single. Gu gets angry and doesn't listen to him. Next day, we see Liang talking on the phone with her friend at the office. Her friend tells her that she failed her math exam, and now she will have to give a makeup exam. Otherwise, she won't be able to graduate. Hearing this, Liang gets upset. Then Seisei comes and starts making fun of her, saying that he will tell all the employees that she failed the math exam, while all of Gu's employees are very good at math. Liang pleads with Seisei to please keep this a secret, and in return, she will give him a limited edition toy. Hearing this, Seisei agrees and starts making a deal with her. Liang says that in return, he will also have to teach her math so that she can pass. Seisei agrees and leaves. After that, Liang starts getting angry at herself, wondering why she agreed to give a limited edition toy. Just then, Gu sees her like this. From the next day, Liang starts requesting Seisei to teach her math, and both of them start going together. Seeing them going together like this, all the employees start talking, saying that something must be going on between them. After this, Gu goes to buy his strawberry milkshake and sees Seisei and Liang together, and he feels a little jealous. Later, Liang and Seisei return to the office. Then a gift arrives from Gu for all the employees, which is a thermos. A female employee tells Liang that the boss arranged this gift especially because of her. She says that the other day Liang stayed in the washroom for a long time, so she thought Liang had a stomach problem and told the boss about it. And that's why the boss was worried about her. Hearing this, Liang gets shocked, wondering what she told the boss. Then all the employees start calling Liang and Seisei a couple. Seisei is about to tell everyone that there is nothing between him and Liang and that he only takes her out to study. But before he can say anything, Liang covers his mouth and takes him outside. She reminds him that they made a deal that he wouldn't tell anyone about this. After this, we see Gu in his office. His assistant tells him that Seisei and Liang have become the company's first young couple. Hearing this, Gu doesn't like it at all. Assistant asks if the boss has any problem with this. Gu says, "Why would I have a problem with it?" At night, we see Liang messaging Yi-han, asking him to come to a restaurant for a date tomorrow. She becomes very happy, thinking it will be her first date with Gu. Then Yi-han tells Gu that tomorrow he has to go to the restaurant for a date because Yi-han talked to the girl Gu likes on his behalf. Gu says that he won't go. The next day, we see Liang reaching outside the restaurant with her aunt. She is very excited to meet Gu. Then she gets a call from her friend Chan, who asks her to bring a book to college, which is very important, otherwise she could fail. Liang explains to her aunt that instead of her, the aunt should go and meet Gu. Then Liang goes to her office to get the book. There, she sees Gu and gets shocked, thinking that he should have been at the restaurant. Then Gu recognizes Liang by seeing her necklace and remembers that Yi-han told him yesterday that he invited this girl on a date using his name. Then Gu tells Liang that he wants to apologize to her on behalf of his friend, because his friend used his name to talk to her and played a prank on her. He says that all the misunderstandings happened because of her, and if she hadn't put that number tissue into his pocket, none of this would have happened. Hearing this, Liang gets shocked and says, "Okay, leave your friend. Tell me about yourself. Don't you like me?" Gu says, "Yes. I admit that you are very different from your other colleagues, but that doesn't mean I'm interested in you. Like that day, you were lazy and took the lift. And the things I like, you tried to show that you like them too, even though you don't like sweet things at all. You pretend a lot in front of the camera, wear a lot of makeup, and seeing all this, I just feel how fake you are. I'm not interested in internet celebrities who put on heavy makeup, do fake acting in front of the camera, sing weird songs, and have fans like that. I never liked such people before. I don't like them now, and I never will in the future." After hearing all this, Liang becomes very upset. She gives Gu the gift she brought for him and starts leaving. Gu asks what it is. Liang says that she doesn't like to owe anyone anything. Gu asks if Yi-han gave her this. Liang comes back to take her gift and tells Gu that she admits she fell in love with him at first sight, but if that bothers him, she is sorry and will never bother him again. But she questions what he said about her job, that internet celebrities are fake, wear makeup, act in front of the camera, sing strange songs, and only have fans. She says she didn't know that an internet celebrity's job looks like this in his eyes. She asks whether he thinks she just acts and takes advantage of others. She says he can dislike her, but if he talks like this about her job, she won't tolerate it. She says that she used to like him, but now they are even. Saying all this, Liang leaves. Gu quickly opens the gift she gave and sees that it is a belt. Here, after entering the lift, Liang removes her makeup, then she reaches her college, where her friend Chan starts shouting at her, asking why she came empty-handed and where her book is. Liang starts apologizing. Chan says, "Why are you saying sorry to me? Tell me what you will do now. Don't you want to graduate?" Just then, Chan gets a call and tells Liang that the boss said she will have a battle with her competitor, Mang Mang. Liang asks who he is talking about. Chan says it's the one who has 3.5 million fans. Liang says how she can battle with her when she only has a few thousand fans. Chan still insists that they have to do this battle. Liang gets angry and says that they should have ended this earlier, and that a normal person like her shouldn't have dreamed so big. She says sorry to Chan and leaves. On the other side, Gu is at home, looking at the gift Liang gave and thinking about her. When Yihan arrives, Gu quickly hides the gift. Yihan asks Gu if he wants to hear a secret. Gu says to tell him if he wants, otherwise don't. Yihan says that he has now decided whom he will make his new girlfriend. Then in a flashback, we see that Yihan went on the date in Gu's place, and instead of Liang, her aunt Jin Bai came to meet him. Yihan thinks it's Liang because she stays on screen with a mask. He tells her that she looks completely different without the mask. They both ask each other questions to test and understand what type of people they are. Yihan thinks she is a gold digger, so he deliberately takes her to eat street food. Liang's aunt thinks that he doesn't seem like a good guy. Otherwise, why would he bring her to eat street food instead of a restaurant? But when they order food, they realize that both of them are very down to earth. Yihan especially starts liking the aunt a lot and even thinks of making her his girlfriend. Just then, Liang messages her aunt to come home because she is very upset. Reading this message, the aunt immediately leaves. Now at present, Yihan tells Gu that he lost a good girl, and now he won't let this chance slip and will make her his new girlfriend. On the other side, after returning home, Liang's aunt Jin Bai tells her that the guy was not good at all. Liang tells her that the person she met was not him, but his friend, and that she can't explain in detail right now because she is very upset. The aunt comforts her and tells her not to cry. The next day, we see Liang in a company where Gu is looking at her, but Liang ignores him and doesn't talk to him. During break time, Liang goes out to study with Seisei, but she can't focus and ends up shouting at Seisei, then takes a break and leaves. Later, during a meeting, Gu doesn't like the engine of the project Seisei made and says so. Seisei starts arguing with Gu. Liang quickly goes and stops Seisei, telling him not to do this. Seisei shouts at Liang, asking why she is stopping him and whether she even knows what they are talking about, if she has any knowledge of computer language at all. He says she has no knowledge, yet she wants to take the boss's side. Gu tells all the employees to leave and asks only Seisei and Liang to stay. He tells them that although he never interferes in employees' personal life, but he wants to explain that they shouldn't ruin their love life because of work. Gu tells Liang that if Seisei troubles her again, she should come and tell him. Saying this, he leaves. Then Seisei tells Liang that Gu thinks they are a couple and asks why she didn't stop him. He says she should somehow talk to the boss and clear that they are not a couple. After this, Liang goes to talk to Gu, while Seisei stands aside watching. Liang tells Gu that what he is thinking is not true, and that there is no relationship between her and Seisei. Gu thinks that Seisei sent her to say this. He calls Seisei and tells him why he is acting so scared, and that office romance is allowed in the company. Seisei again explains that they are really not in a relationship. He then shouts at Liang, asking how she explained things to the boss that he didn't understand anything and instead blamed everything on him. All the employees start taking Liang's side and tell Seisei how he is treating his girlfriend, saying that the boss already said office romance is allowed, so he should apologize to his girlfriend right now. Seisei suddenly loses his temper and starts shouting at everyone in the office. He demands to know what exactly they are looking at that makes them think he and Liang are dating. All the employees answer honestly, saying that the two of them spend the whole day together, so what else are they supposed to think? Seisei gets even angrier and is about to reveal the truth, but before he can say anything, Liang quickly stops him again and silences him. Seisei says he doesn't understand what her problem is. Because of her silence, he is being humiliated in front of everyone. He shouts that right now, in front of all the employees, she should clearly say that they are not a couple. He angrily tells Liang to explain what they actually do together when they spend so much time with each other. Liang stays calm and tells everyone that yes, Seisei only helps her with her studies. Hearing this, the employees immediately ask, "Which studies?" Seisei laughs mockingly and announces that Liang has failed math. He insults her by saying that such a stupid girl is being linked with his name. He asks how anyone could even think that he would date a girl like her, saying it is completely impossible. Hearing these words, Gu feels uncomfortable. Then we see Gu step forward and stand behind Liang. He calmly tells Seisei that it's not necessary for him to like Liang, but he has no right to insult her like this. Seisei argues back, saying he didn't insult her at all. He only stated the fact that she failed, which means she's stupid. Gu firmly tells Seisei to apologize to Liang right now. Seisei refuses. Gu repeats his demand, but Seisei still refuses and says that even after teaching her so much, she doesn't understand anything. Then he challenges everyone, saying that if they don't believe him, anyone can try teaching her. If someone actually manages to teach her, he will apologize. After that, one by one, all of Gu's employees try to teach Liang, but none of them are able to explain things properly. Seeing this, Gu asks everyone to leave. Then he personally starts teaching Liang and patiently explains everything step by step. He tells her that he didn't select her for this job without reason. Many people had interviewed, but she was the most suitable. Hearing this, Liang becomes extremely happy. Meanwhile, Liang is seen carrying her exam papers while rushing to catch a bus. She misses it, and all her papers scatter on the ground. At that moment, Gu arrives and picks up one of her papers. Liang panics, afraid he might see her marks, and tries to snatch it back. The paper tears, and she immediately apologizes. Gu gently tapes it back together and asks why she always says sorry, even when it's not her fault. Gu then asks for her address. Liang says there's no need because her aunt's house is nearby, but Gu insists she sit in the car. She agrees. While sitting quietly, she keeps looking at her paper. Gu gestures for her to wear her seatbelt. Liang thinks about how embarrassed she is in front of Gu. Then Gu asks if she knew that Seisei had lied about his liking spicy food. Why didn't you expose his lie? Liang replies that Seisei didn't mean harm and was just joking. Then he adds that very few people can truly tell right from wrong, and she is one of them. Liang feels deeply praised and happy. After that, Liang excitedly tells her aunt how happy her day was. Then we see Gu bringing his friend Yihan to the company. Yihan is surprised to see Liang and asks the assistant how Gu hired a girl when he never hires women in his department. The assistant fills him in, gossiping freely. Then Yihan teasingly asks Gu how someone so ordinary could touch his heart during the interview. Gu shuts him down and tells him to get to work. Later, Gu teaches Liang again while playing a card game. This time, she successfully solves a problem. The employees praise her improvement and tell Seisei to apologize. Seisei dismisses it as luck. Gu then confidently says that if Liang scores 100 out of 100 in her makeup exam, Seisei should accept her as his master. Seisei agrees mockingly. Meanwhile, Yihan hints to Liang that she's getting special treatment. She feels secretly happy. After that, Yihan talks to Gu privately and jokes about his love life. Gu brushes him off. Then we see Liang studying. Just then, Seisei comes and apologizes to Liang and explains Gu's past struggles. He tells her how Gu built everything from nothing and never relied on his family. Liang listens quietly, impressed. Soon, everyone starts searching for a mysterious engine creator called Non-Human Creator. Not knowing it's Gu himself, they laugh about how impossible it would be to succeed without that person's help. After that, office time ends, but everyone works overtime. Liang sneaks out. When she comes out after changing her identity, Gu waits outside and apologizes for judging her profession. He asks her to check on an employee who hasn't left the washroom. Liang realizes he was worried about her and feels touched. Next, we see that Liang's livestream begins to struggle, but her fans decrease, and she feels defeated. Later, Gu messages her, giving her flexible timing and study plans. She feels cared for. The next day, Yihan teases Liang again, clearly hinting that Gu likes her. She misunderstands but feels special. After that, Gu and Liang go to dinner together at a restaurant with couple games. Gu awkwardly ties her hair. Then they win prizes and take couple photos. Liang feels happy and cherished. Gu eats spicy food just to please her and suffers for it. Still, he pays the bill. Liang feels guilty, but happy. Later, she admits she planned the dinner. Gu tells her not to be scared next time. Hearing this, Liang feels very happy. Meanwhile, Yihan pushes Gu to admit his feelings. Then we see Liang overhearing Yihan and the assistant talking about Gu liking her. She becomes hopeful. The next day, she dresses up and imagines Gu catching her, but it's just her imagination. Still, Gu notices her. Later, Gu eats a gift pastry and ends up hospitalized due to a peanut allergy. Liang feels terrible. After that, she visits his house, but when she starts leaving, the door locks, forcing her to stay here. After that, when she goes to the washroom, she sees many skincare products and misunderstands that the boss has a girlfriend, but later realizes that Yihan lives with him, not a girlfriend. Here, Yihan tries to enter, but the door was locked, so he jokes about Gu hiding a girl and leaves laughing. Liang stands quietly, smiling. Then Gu asks her why she is smiling. Liang asks Gu whether Yihan lives with him. Gu confirms, and she starts laughing. Surprised, Gu asks why, and she quickly changes the topic, asking when the door repair person will arrive. Gu says he will come later, so she should watch TV. Outside, Yihan thinks to himself that today he'll stay on the road just for his friend. Meanwhile, Gu and Liang sit together watching TV. Liang mentions that the peanut pastry wasn't homemade, and Gu says he knows. Feeling hungry, Liang waits as Gu quickly prepares a dish for her, which she enjoys very much. Then we see both Gu and Liang receiving a call, and Chan reminds her about her competition with Mang Mang. Chan asks where she is and when she will return. But then he tells Liang that the door repair person cannot come today and will arrive tomorrow morning. Liang interprets this as a sign that he wants her to stay the night, feeling very lucky. She asks if it's okay for her to stay, and Gu says yes, as long as she has no problem. Liang then cuts her friend's call and asks Gu how they should pass the time since they have so much. Gu is shocked by her question. Meanwhile, we see that Jinbai's fiancé comes to pick her up from the office, but the car breaks down and a tire punctures. Jinbai starts changing the tire as it begins to rain. Her fiancé holds an umbrella, suggesting they take a taxi, but Jinbai insists on finishing the work. He complains about his behavior, saying all this work should be for men, and claims he feels useless. Jinbai retorts that he never asked her to do it, and he says he can't tolerate her anymore, handing her the umbrella before driving off. She stands in the rain, crying. After that, Liang realizes it's 8:45 and her live streaming competition starts at 9 Frus. She worries about managing it, then decides to stream from the bathroom, telling Gu she's going to shower and rushing in with her bag. Gu wonders why she brought it. Liang sets up her live stream with earphones, singing without showing her video. Mang Mang asks what's happening, and Liang replies that she will only sing today. Then we see Gu calling out, wondering why she's taking so long. She abruptly ends the live stream, angering fans. Then her friend Chan calls her, who scolds her for ruining the live stream. Liang says she's busy and will explain later, then cuts the call. After that, Liang takes a shower and comes out wearing Gu's clothes. Gu blushes, saying how big his clothes look on her. She notices his reaction and asks why his face is red. Then she is trying to touch him, but Gu stops her. He rushes to get a cold drink, and Liang reminds him he is sick, making him shy and retreat to his room. He worried and thinks that he might lose control on himself if she comes closer to him like this. Meanwhile, Jinbai reaches a hotel where Yihan sees her and is overjoyed. He asks what happened, but she stays silent. After booking the last luxurious room, Yihan takes her to the bathroom so she can shower. After that, when she comes out, they accidentally fall on each other while removing clothes. Later, Yihan helps Jinbai dry her hair and, respecting her privacy, doesn't press her about what happened. When the doorbell rings, we come to know that Yihan has ordered food for her, and then he eats dinner with her. After that, when Yihan is about to leave, Jinbai insists he stay. Then we see Liang on the sofa, happy that she gets to stay under the same roof with Gu. Gu, meanwhile, messages her to ask if she's well on the sofa and wishes her good night. The next morning, Liang wakes up late, thinking Gu is still not awake, and quickly tries to fix her appearance. Using spoons under her eyes, she lies face down on the sofa, and Gu, just back from running, walks in and is shocked. Liang feels embarrassed, but Gu tells her the door lock repairman has already fixed it. Then they have breakfast together and leave for the office. Gu tells her that she talked in her sleep, calling him rude, which makes Liang worried. Then Gu laughs, revealing he was joking, and Liang forgives him. Meanwhile, Yihan wakes up and finds Jinbai had gone, and she leaves a letter for him. Then he calls her about leaving without notice, but she cuts the call. Then we see Yihan visiting her company. Jinbai tells him to focus on work. After that, when Yihan comes to Gu, he notices that Gu is always looking at Liang. Yihan jokes about Gu and Liang dating, claiming Gu likes her and is just scared to admit it. Gu dismisses it. After that, Gu tutors Liang, suggesting a bet. If she solves a problem, he will reward her. Liang is happy, and Gu promises to drop her home regardless of her performance. Liang wonders why he's acting strangely. Then we see Gu dropping Liang at her aunt's house. Seeing this, Jinbai questions her, and Liang explains that Gu cares about his employees. She also asks her aunt for stress relief tips, and Jinbai gives her vitamin pills. Then Jinbai asks Liang about Yihan's role in the company and the implications if he starts dating Jinbai. Realizing that Yihan is protective of her, Liang reassures Jinbai that she won't interfere and will support her aunt. Jinbai mentions that Yihan is responsible, likes her a lot, and rejecting him would be wrong. Liang is slightly upset but accepts it. Here, Liang, thinking about Gu, prepares for her live streaming and checks social media. Here, Gu notices low engagement on his posts and worries about Liang not liking them. Yihan advises him on handling this. Liang accidentally reads an article meant for Yihan and gives feedback to Gu, making him happy. The next day, Liang gifts vitamin C pills to Gu, which he appreciates. Yihan arrives and jokes about giving Liang points based on feelings, prompting Gu to assign scores. The next day, Liang sees her low score and feels upset, questioning her standing in Gu's eyes. After that, Gu comes to the office, and Liang hides in the canteen, worrying that Gu might have shared the vitamin C tablets. Sisei teases her, and she denies any involvement, claiming the previous night's drunken events weren't real. Then they begin a robot experiment at the company. Gu watches Liang, who ignores him, and all employees notice she seems upset. When Liang steps out, Gu calls her into his office and gifts her the same vitamin C tablets she had given him, making her happy and reassured that he didn't give them to anyone else. Gu then orders more boxes of the tablets. Just then, the assistant came to call Gu, saying that it was time to start the experiment. Then they began the robot experiment. The robot handled the first 3 questions properly, but suddenly a fault occurred and smoke started coming out. Everyone quickly cut the power, but the engine was completely damaged. After that, Gu discussed with Yihan what went wrong and how they could fix it. Sisei and a few other employees grew worried and even started giving up. The assistant reminded everyone that they couldn't quit now because during tough times, the boss had supported them and worked alongside them, so now they should support him. Liang also encouraged everyone to believe in Gu. Gu told Yihan not to worry and promised that he would fix the engine within 3 days. Just then, Liang's friend arrived to pick her up. Seeing this, Yihan teased Gu, saying, "Look, your love rival is here too." Then we see Liang outside, enjoying ice cream with her friend Chan. Chan told her that this time she had come 13th in the live streaming competition, shocking Liang, who had fallen out of the top 10. Chan reassured her that there was still a chance to recover in the next competition with Mang Mang, though Liang vowed to punish her competitor next time. Here, Gu watched them from a distance, feeling jealous. Chan asked why she seemed upset, and Liang explained that the company project had failed. Chan lightly teased her to focus on herself instead of worrying about others. Just then, Yihan arrived, noticing Gu's jealousy, and offered to take the milkshake if Gu didn't want it. Both of them watched Liang and Chan happily chatting. Gu asked Yihan if he truly thought Liang liked him. Yihan, drawing from his dating experience, assured Gu that she did, but warned that if he remained slow, she might change her mind. He advised Gu to go and at least say hello. After that, a staff member informed Liang and Chan that someone had ordered milkshakes for them. They wondered who the kind person could be. Yihan and Gu began leaving, and Yihan teased Gu that instead of speaking to her, he just ordered milkshakes. Gu replied that since she was his employee, he could pay her bill. When Liang returned to the company, Gu called her to his office and asked why she had gone out during working hours. Liang apologized, explaining that she met a friend and promised it wouldn't happen again. Gu then inquired about how close she and her friend were, leaving Liang shocked and unsure of how to respond. Gu quickly changed the topic and reminded her not to go out during work hours. As she was leaving, he reminded her of their plan to study together after office hours. Liang hesitated, saying he was busy, but Gu insisted, reminding her that he had promised to help her achieve full marks. Meanwhile, the employees asked Yihan about the engine problem. Yihan made an excuse, telling them to trust Gu to solve it. Liang also expressed her full belief in him. Then we see Liang watching Gu work, asking the assistant whether he would feel bad if he failed the project. The assistant explained that this project was more than just a career for Gu, it was his dream. Later, as Liang looked at the points Gu had given her, she felt discouraged, thinking that in his heart, she was worth only so many points. Gu came and asked if she remembered anything from the previous night when he was very drunk. Liang worried that he might be regretting what he said and did, but told him he had said nothing. Gu asked again, curious if she was the one who had dropped him home. Liang admitted she had only taken him outside, wondering if she should reveal the truth, knowing it might make things awkward. Then Gu mentioned that tomorrow was the weekend, and she would have to go somewhere with him. The next day, Gu accompanied Liang to her college. Students whispered among themselves, surprised to see such a handsome man. Liang tried to hide behind Gu as her math teacher approached, but the teacher saw her and scolded her for her low marks, explaining that weak math skills meant a lack of logic. Gu supported the teacher's point and later spoke privately with her teacher, claiming he was her family. When the teacher asked if he was her uncle, Gu denied it, merely repeating that he was family. He then asked the teacher if she thought Liang's low marks could be due to dating someone. The teacher agreed it could be possible, noting that Liang talked a lot with a boy, though she didn't believe they were dating. Liang worried that both the teacher and Gu were judging her. After that, Gu brought Liang into her exam classroom. She asked what her teacher had said, and Gu explained that they were concerned about her declining marks. Liang felt stupid and feared the teacher might suspect she was distracted by a relationship. Gu asked her if she had a boyfriend, and Liang assured him she didn't, happily confirming that her focus wasn't on dating. Gu smiled, saying her exams were in 3 days, and he would take a 90-minute test to see if she could achieve a perfect score. Liang nervously agreed, and after completing the exam, Gu revealed she had scored 100 out of 100, the first time she had ever achieved such high mark. Liang was overjoyed and tried to thank him. Just then, Gu received a call and said he couldn't come today because of work. Liang, feeling touched, thanked him and promised not to trouble him further, considering her exam mission complete. Then we see Liang's friend watching from outside. Gu said she was still weak in some areas, but Liang insisted that it wasn't necessary to aim for perfection and that he shouldn't put aside his work for her. Gu just stared at her, and Liang thought, please don't look at me like this, or I'll regret everything I just said. Just then, her friend and Chan approached, asking if Gu was the boss Liang had been talking about. Then Liang quietly took Chan away, explaining that he was her friend and they had some work. Chan mentioned that he was very good at math and could help her if needed. After that, Chan is talking to her about her competitor Mang Mang, but Liang's attention was elsewhere. He reminded her to focus on her career, as winning competitions was important to maintain her fan base. Liang became emotional, realizing her own weaknesses and the challenges she faced. Then we see Liang reflecting on the low marks Gu had given her. Chan asked how many points Gu had assigned, and Liang confessed it was only 36. Chan scolded Gu, saying he would have given full marks. Liang laughed, defending Gu and admitting she was happy just to see him daily. She confessed that she had misunderstood the events of the night he got drunk, thinking he might have feelings for her. Chan teased her about it, but Liang insisted she was simply unlucky and weak, not deserving of someone like Gu. She laughed, hitting Chan lightly and complaining about heartbreak and the challenges of relationships. Meanwhile, Gu drove past them, noticing Liang chasing Chan and got jealous. He called Yihan to play basketball, venting his frustration. They later sat together, discussing Liang's unusual behavior. Gu wondered why she had suddenly ended their tuition sessions, while Yihan speculated that she might have started liking someone else. Both went drinking, with Gu teasing Yihan about watching cartoons. Yihan explained he was preparing to propose to Jinbai. Then we see Yihan at Jinbai's office during a meeting. Jinbai inserted a USB drive to explain a project, unaware that Yihan had added a proposal video into it. As the video began playing, Jinbai was shocked and quickly stopped it, apologizing to her boss repeatedly. The boss scolded her harshly, though Jinbai explained it was a mistake. Yihan stood outside, observing her. After the meeting, Yihan approached Jinbai, apologized for the mix-up, and clarified that he wasn't apologizing for the content, only the confusion. He asked if she wanted to answer his proposal. Jinbai refused, giving 2 reasons. She didn't want to date now and wasn't interested in him. Yihan pressed, saying he wouldn't give up, emphasizing that 3 years of age difference didn't matter and that he was confident she would eventually fall in love with him. He described his admiration for both her strengths and weaknesses, promising to protect her. Jinbai left, but Yihan loudly declared he wouldn't give up, which startled an employee nearby. Meanwhile, Jinbai thought about Yihan on her way home. At the same time, a delivery arrived for Liang from Mang Mang, containing a spicy juice she was supposed to drink as a punishment for losing the previous competition. Liang was scared, but her aunt provided a sweet substitute. During the live stream, Liang intentionally drank the real spicy juice, enduring it while singing. Despite the difficulty, she completed her performance, apologizing to fans and acknowledging her mistakes from the last competition. Her fans praised her courage, and even Jinbai felt emotional watching her. After the stream, Chan called with the news that Liang's streaming time had been increased by 30 minutes, and that she had become the #1 live streamer, gaining more fans than ever. Liang, her aunt, and Chan celebrated the achievement. Then we see that Liang also passed her math exam with 100 marks. She messaged her friends, aunt, and Chan in excitement, but decided not to message Gu, remembering the low marks he had given her. She resolved to focus on her live streaming, which continued to go very well. Her boss promised to send her to a major competition, but set one condition. She had to resign from her second company to fully commit to live streaming. Liang noted this in her diary, marking a 15-day countdown until her resignation. On the other side, when Yihan reaches home, he asks Gu for his laptop, but Gu refuses because he is planning to buy Liang's favorite Idols album. Meanwhile, the next day, when Liang arrives at the company, a parcel arrives for her. It's the album. Gu watches from his office, imagining how happy she will be, picturing her crying, saying thank you, and maybe even kissing him. But none of that happens. Gu comes out and asks everyone where Liang is, only to find that the album he bought for her has been given to Cici. Seeing this, Gu becomes very angry. Just then, Gu gets a call from the police station. After that, he rushes there and learns from the officer that a thief tried to snatch Liang's camera, but she bravely fought him off and didn't let go. Gu signs the necessary papers, and as they step outside, Liang says she will go home by herself. Gu doesn't respond, and instead quietly walks close to her. Liang wonders what he wants, then starts leaving, when Gu tells her to sit in the car. While driving, he offers to take her to the hospital, but Liang insists she's fine. He considers mentioning the album incident, but notices that Liang has fallen asleep. After that, they reach a place where Liang shows Gu her collection of photographs, explaining the emotions visible in each one. She remarks that the only emotion appearing consistently is love. Hearing this, Gu flashes back to his college days, when he had won an award and rushed to show it to his father, only to be ignored and scolded because his father was busy with work. Gu angrily left, and now seeing Liang, he begins to think about confessing his own feelings. Meanwhile, Liang is contemplating how she will submit her resignation letter to Gu. After thinking carefully, she finally tells him she wants to resign. Gu is shocked and asks why, offering to increase her salary if that was the issue. Liang explains that her internship is ending soon, and even though Gu offers to make her a regular employee, she insists that her mother wants her to focus on her studies instead. Gu is stunned. Just then, he receives a call. Meanwhile, Liang packs her things and leaves. When Gu finishes the call, he sees she has left behind her ID and a restaurant photo of them together, triggering memories of their time together. Then we see Liang preparing for her live stream. After finishing, she notices Gu waiting outside. Gu, upset by her departure, tries to talk, but Liang remarks that he hasn't recognized her because of his illness, and reminds him that she's the same girl whose number he deleted and whose proposal he rejected. She starts to explain, but Gu shows no interest and drives away. Meanwhile, Liang's aunt sends her out to pick up a fan. Liang arrives and finds Yihan there, who reveals that he knows everything, that Jinbai is her aunt, and reassures her that he will become her uncle-in-law soon. He reminds her that he has always helped her quietly, and asks her to praise him to Jinbai. Liang agrees. When she introduces Yihan to Jinbai, Jinbai is shocked to discover her lucky fan is none other than Yihan. During her live stream, Jinbai mentions Yihan as her lucky fan and has him taste her food, but she intentionally makes it extra spicy. Yihan quietly eats it, but a small mistake ruins Jinbai's stream, angering her. After that, Yihan goes to Gu's company to explain, but Gu is distracted, lost in thoughts about Liang. Then we see Liang's friend Chan once again invoking their childhood engagement story to reject a girl's proposal. Gu and Liang arrive, and Gu quickly clarifies to Liang that what Chan said isn't true. He also reminds Liang that her internship isn't complete, and if she wants the certificate, she must return. At that moment, Liang's friend volunteers to work in her place, and Liang agrees, telling Gu that she will perform well. Gu becomes angry and leaves. Meanwhile, Jinbai is stressed at her company due to various problems. Yihan brings her to an aquarium with jellyfish to calm her down, explaining that every problem has a solution if she just relaxes. Initially angry, Jinbai starts watching the jellyfish and gradually calms. Yihan holds her hand, feeling happy. Then we see investors arriving at Gu's company after discovering that he is the creator of Non-Human. A major investor offers to invest a huge sum, and Gu sets a price of 100 million, which the investor accepts. The deal is completed, shocking all employees who realize that their own boss was the genius behind Non-Human. Meanwhile, Liang practices dance with Mang Mang for an upcoming live streaming competition and learns about Gu's identity as the creator of Non-Human. On another side, Yihan explains to Jinbai that he can be a great boyfriend if she gives him a chance. Suddenly, Jinbai's ex-boyfriend shows up, arguing and criticizing her behavior. Yihan becomes furious and punches him. After the fight, Jinbai tends to Yihan's wounds at home, and Yihan holds her, saying he wants to protect her and asking for a chance. Eventually, Jinbai agrees, and they start dating. Then we see Liang reluctantly agreeing to join a company trip. Yihan informs Gu that Liang will attend, which makes Gu happy. On the bus, Gu waits for Liang, but she arrives with Chan. Gu becomes upset, realizing he'll have to share her attention. During the trip, Yihan and Jinbai sit together romantically, while Gu watches Liang laugh and joke with Chan. Meanwhile, at the resort, everyone parties. Liang sings with Chan, making Gu jealous. After that, he practices singing in the bathroom, and Yihan teases him when he comes out. Later, Gu invites Liang to sing, and they perform beautifully together, moving the audience. Chan becomes jealous and hands her a drink, but Jinbai calls it a night and takes Liang away. That night, Liang finds only one pastry left. She is about to eat it when Gu arrives. They decide to split it, but Chan eats it all, later suffering stomach pain due to its age. The next day, everyone plays games. Chan challenges Gu to a shooting match, but Gu excels. Then they box, and Gu wins again. Liang applies medicine to Chan, questioning why he bets with the boss. Meanwhile, Gu prepares to propose to Liang, but she is busy with live streaming. He tries calling, but she ignores him. Gu approaches her door, only to be stopped by Liang's aunt, who explains that she's on a call with her friend. Gu becomes upset. The next day, over breakfast, Yihan encourages Gu to confess his love. Gu does so, shocking Liang. Yihan reassures her that Gu is serious. Gu confirms his feelings, while Chan questions the low score Gu once gave Liang. Liang explains, and Gu clarifies that he had given the points carefully, but he truly likes her. Meanwhile, Liang's aunt Jinbai scolds her for being insulted and insists she shouldn't date Gu. After returning from the trip, Gu is heartbroken. Suddenly, he recalls CCTV footage from the day Liang took care of him when he was drunk. Watching it, he realizes she liked him all along and becomes ecstatic. Yihan enters, shocked by Gu's sudden laughter. Gu assures him he is fine and starts imagining ways to pursue Liang. Then we see Liang at a college event, trying on a Cinderella dress and practicing dialogues while imagining Gu as her prince. Gu arrives just in time to save her from falling and asks her on a date. Liang happily agrees. Gu confesses that he knows she likes him from the CCTV footage and proposes again, which Liang accepts. They walk hand in hand, seeing couples hug and mimic the gesture. Gu attempts a kiss, but Liang's math teacher interrupts, prompting her to call Gu uncle in jest. The next day, Gu and Liang prepare for a date. Gu worries about being called uncle, but Yihan revamps his look. Liang is shocked at his transformation. On their date, she fears her aunt finding out. Meanwhile, Jinbai sees Liang's post and suspects she's with Gu. During the date, an accidental coffee spill ruins Gu's clothes. He changes back into his suit despite embarrassment. People mistakenly assume Liang is his sister, so Gu opens her hair to clarify she's his girlfriend, declaring she's the best gift of his life. Then we see Gu and Liang returning home. They awkwardly attempt to kiss, and Gu settles for kissing her forehead. Later, Gu asks Yihan to train him on how to kiss properly. Meanwhile, Liang is live streaming when Gu invites her for a dinner date. That evening, she arrives at his house, delighted by the setup. Just as Gu is about to kiss her, the doorbell rings. Liang hides. It's Yihan and Jinbai. Jinbai notices a short dress in the house and questions Gu. He makes excuses, explaining that Yihan had placed it there. Then Liang's ringtone goes off, revealing their relationship. Gu admits they are dating and that he genuinely likes her. Jinbai tries to take Liang away, but Yihan intervenes, leaving Gu and Liang alone. Finally, they share their first kiss. Yihan explains to Jinbai that Gu genuinely cares for Liang, and Gu reassures her as well. Jinbai finally accepts their relationship. Meanwhile, Liang's friend Lin begins working at Gu's company in her place. She flirts with Gu, but he ignores her. After office hours, Lin grabs Gu's hand, but Liang intervenes, claiming him as her boyfriend. In the elevator, Gu tells Liang to let go of his hand, insisting he's not her boyfriend. The next day, Gu accompanies Liang to college. Chan invites him for a basketball match, which Gu accepts. While leaving, Gu gives his coat to Liang, but Lin takes it, unaware of their relationship. Gu scolds Lin fiercely afterward, making her cry. Liang comforts Chan while praising Gu, causing Chan to get upset. Gu arrives and defends Liang, shouting at Chan. Meanwhile, Yihan watches a trip video and discovers Liang singing with Chan. He realizes Liang is the live streamer he had seen earlier. He visits her but reassures her he won't reveal her secret. Gu, lost in thought at home, wonders what secret Liang has that he doesn't know. Then we see Yihan bringing Jinbai on a trip, lying that a client issue requires her presence. When Jinbai finds out, she scolds him for lying and being childish. Later, Jinbai returns home angrily. Gu visits and asks about Liang's secret, but Jinbai says she cannot tell him. Meanwhile, Gu meets Liang in her live streaming attire and asks about her secret. She confirms she knows it. Later, Gu watches her live streaming, recognizes her singing, and realizes they are the same person. Liang deliberately wears her necklace when meeting him to ensure he understands. After learning the truth, Gu becomes silent in anger. Liang fears he will distance himself and tries to leave. Gu holds her hand, assuring her that he likes her unconditionally and will support her in everything. He leans in to kiss her, while Liang becomes very nervous, marking a new chapter in their relationship. After that, Gu takes Liang to his house and asks her why she kept her live streaming identity a secret. Liang tells him her entire story, saying that she did all this because of her mom, who wanted her to focus only on her studies and never think about live streaming. After knowing all this, Gu supports Liang even more. The next day, Liang's live streaming is about to start. Gu puts all his work aside and sits down to watch her live streaming. Yihan also secretly watches and becomes very happy, and then he sits with Gu to watch the live stream. Gu decides that today he will like Liang's video a lot, and he presses so many likes that Liang comes to first position. After the live streaming ends, Liang comes to meet Gu and tries to comfort his hand because he had pressed so many likes. Then the two of them start kissing, and Lin sees them and runs away shyly. Next, we see Liang out walking in the park with Gu and Yihan. On Yihan's suggestion, Liang calls her aunt and invites her to come there. When Jinbai arrives, she gets angry at Yihan for making Liang lie. After that, they all go on rides, and Jinbai deliberately takes Yihan on a very intense ride, after which Yihan starts feeling nauseous. Liang explains to Jinbai how much Yihan likes her and how he was the one who convinced her to call Jinbai there. After this, Jinbai starts talking nicely to Yihan. Yihan asks which ride she wants to take him on next and says he agrees to anything. Jinbai makes up with him and says that if Gu and Liang go on the kids' ride, she will forgive him for lying. Yihan and Liang then convince Gu to sit on the kids' ride with Yihan so that Jinbai will forgive him. Gu doesn't agree at first, but eventually they convince him, and he sits on the ride. After that, we see Liang going for her training, but she doesn't perform well. The trainer scolds her and talks about removing her. Mang takes Liang's side and explains to the trainer that she is improving a lot and will train well. Liang thanks Mang. After training, when Liang comes outside, Gu has come to pick her up and finds out everything. He tells her that from now on, he will help her. The next day, we see Liang sleeping in her hostel and dreaming about her wedding with Gu. Suddenly, she finds out that a parcel has arrived for her. When Liang goes outside to collect it, she thinks about who came to deliver it. When she turns around, it is Gu. Liang gets very worried, thinking how she can come in front of him looking so messy. Gu tells her not to worry and asks her to quickly change into the dress he gave her. After that, Gu takes Liang outside to exercise and tells her to start running. Liang refuses, but Gu forcefully makes her exercise. He starts making her exercise every day, gives her a watch, sets a timer on it, and tells her that she has to run daily. Later, when Liang reaches her college, Chan finds out about this and asks why she took the watch even though she doesn't like running. To help her, he runs in her place and says that the running hours are now complete. Gu finds out about this and goes to Liang and asks whether she ran today. She says yes and tells him to check the watch because the hours are complete. Gu says he knows very well that she made Chan do the running. He explains that if she does this, her breathing problem won't improve and she won't be able to practice dance properly. In the next scene, we see Gu meeting his investors. He finds out that another company has launched the same product that they were about to launch. Because of this, Gu's company suffers heavy losses. Yihan starts looking for a new investor. After that, Yihan goes to meet an investor with Jinbai, and that investor turns out to be Jinbai's ex-boyfriend. He insults Jinbai a lot, making her angry. They both leave silently. On the other side, we see Liang practicing dance, and she has improved a lot. After that, we see Liang going to meet Gu when Yihan calls her and asks if she knows where Gu is. He tells her that Gu's company is facing serious problems and that Gu is very stressed. Liang goes to meet Gu and tells him that when she was in trouble, he supported her. And now that he is in trouble, it is her turn. She tells him that she will support him in finding solutions to every problem and will always stay with him. She holds Gu's hand and takes him to a place where she tells him that he can release his frustration. They both enjoy themselves. Gu releases all his frustration, and they play many games together. After that, Gu and Liang go to his company together, and everyone decides how they can further improve the robot. They get the idea of adding emotions to it. Yihan doesn't believe it and asks how they can put emotions inside a robot. Gu says that he can do it. Liang says that she completely believes in Gu. They start working on the new project. Liang helps them. And finally, the project is completed. Gu and Liang start romancing, but the employees secretly see them and run away. After that, they all experiment with the robot. Yihan asks the robot to quickly check Gu's emotions and tell what he is feeling right now. The robot says that Gu is standing next to Liang, so he is feeling very shy. Everyone becomes very happy that they have made a perfect robot. Gu sends the robot to a kindergarten for further testing, and the experiment is successful. After that, we see Gu ordering a facial kit to impress Liang and applying a face mask. Liang arrives and reaches the bathroom while looking for him and sees the face mask. Gu quickly removes it in embarrassment. Liang praises him a lot, saying he looks very handsome. They kiss again. Liang has come to Gu's house because it is their 100-day anniversary. She gives Gu the cake batter to prepare and goes to do other work. At that moment, Yihan comes to ask for Gu's car. Gu hands him the cake batter and tells him that he will give him the car keys only if he makes the batter properly. Yihan happily starts doing it and says he is doing it only for the car. When Liang arrives, Yihan immediately runs away. Gu and Liang celebrate their 100-day anniversary together. In the next scene, Liang's mother comes to visit her. Liang and her aunt hide the fact from her mother that Liang is also a live streamer. After that, Gu and Yihan come to impress Liang's mother. On that day, Liang's mother cooks food that doesn't taste good, but everyone still eats it and praises it. To impress her, Gu even eats very spicy food. Liang becomes very impressed by this. Gu then explains to Liang that she should reveal everything in her live streaming so that her mother also knows the truth. Gu supports Liang a lot, so she does a face reveal during her live streaming and tells everyone about her real personality. She apologizes to her mother and says that becoming a live streamer was her dream, and now she has achieved it. Gu calls Liang's mother there. At first, her mother gets angry and tries to leave. Liang convinces her a lot, and Gu also supports her, so her mother finally agrees. After that, we see that everything is going well between Gu and Liang. Gu takes very good care of her, and with this, the drama ends with a happy ending.